Good evening. So, for those who follow the channel or know me, you know that I have epilepsy since I had a stroke. And for those who follow the channel, certainly yesterday, you will know that I went to hospital. That's because I called and got there myself, elected to do so with notice. When that is this case, you can pack your vital medication, and there's no rush. You'll be at home, no doubt. One, it is important to know this about pharmacies and hospitals, and that is they may not carry your medication immediately. Now, I use some really reasonably popular epilepsy medication, not the most popular because I'm allergic to it, Keppra, but I use relatively common medication for epilepsy. But the hospital that I go to is a town, it's not a city, and so it doesn't get that stock room of medication. Oh, it does have a lot. It will have these sort of standard issue steroids. It will have tramadol, your standard painkillers, but it turns out it doesn't have this medication that I use. And in fact, it takes over a day sometimes to get that medication, even though, weirdly, my little village doctors is able to get it in 24 hours. However, it is the case that a pharmacy at a hospital may not have your medication immediately. And this is very important. And so don't rely also on the fact that they'll be able to get it in 24 hours. I made the mistake of taking, last time I had to go to hospital for a prolonged amount of time, I took a day's worth of pills, two days actually, 2 days worth of pills. And I was like, I didn't want to count them all out and this, that, and the other, and then thought, well, the hospital have them, and they didn't. It took bloody ages to get the pills. And so it was the case that I had to miss pills, even though I was in a environment where you thought they'd be. Now, of course, if I was going to have a fit, that would be not so much of a problem because I was in the hospital. However, when I have fits, it's associated with my stroke. So we tend to go to hospital either way. So when I went to hospital second time, I pack a week's worth of medication, and I advise you to do so as well. Now, yes, they will take it off you and ratchet it to you, but that's okay, because once they've got it, it's assigned to you. It's in the cabinet, and that's fine, and it's not going to get lost. And if you're on a stroke ward, where I was, the people with dementia, and they really look good at nicking things. But I'm not saying all dementia people steal things. This is very, very much not the case that all dementia people with dementia steal things. It's just the case that sometimes people who are not quite sure what's going on take an interest in other things, and some people who are with dementia don't know whether or not the thing is theirs or otherwise. That's another. I dig myself a hole there, and hopefully I've just dug myself out. So if you're going to go to hospital, take a week's worth of medication, because if you know you're going, because they might not have the medication that you need, especially if you're going to a small hospital like I was. However, with epilepsy, you can just drop anywhere. And so there exists an everyday carry solution, which I'm going to tell you about right now. Now, here's my keys with all my everyday carry, including this. This is a USB key thing with my full medical history on it. If I'm going abroad, that's got my full medical history and all my travel information in there. That is that gives me confidence that if I lose my baggage, everything is there. Talk about travel another day, but here is the answer. This is a little waterproof container. You probably can't hear it. And in here is a full session of pills. That I have pills twice a day, and they're different pills in that the morning pills are the same as the evening pills plus another one. So that is a morning set of pills. I could probably get another day's another set of pills in there, but I've just come back and I've just been repacking it, and I'm thinking to myself, better tell people about that. Yeah, this is particularly big one. The last one I had took one set of pills. This takes two, so I'm going to stick another set in there. Because if you've got this and you go to hospital, you've got guaranteed a set of pills, at least a set of pills for half a day, and it will be a day for me. Now then, here's a very, very important fact about these is these purple ones, I'm so glad I don't have blue pills in my pills. Right, you see there, these purple ones are ones that are slow release in the stomach, which means they are prone to the air. Now this is waterproof, and I hope you'd have thought sort of airtight, watertight, the whole tight. But you got to check this every now and again. You really have to check this every now and again, because it might be the case that it has become a little bit of damp air has got in there, and it has made a mess of the medication. So yeah, it's like rotating your stock in your prep, your prep for your tins and things. So yeah, be sure that when you go to hospital, you take a week's worth of pills, because the pharmacy in the hospital might not have it. Certainly if you're abroad, you want to have plenty of pills. When I go to abroad, I take loads of pills in case I lose my luggage and all sorts of jazz. And this is oh my God, in the middle of nowhere, I've had a problem, and this will tide me over for a day, sorry. And that's very important because my medication is vital. So yeah, that's the story of hospitals, medication, pharmacies, and everyday carry. Any other tips for this particular thing, I would welcome. I'm sure other people would also. Any more warnings and things about that into the comments. And everyday carry is a thing, and it's also not a thing, importantly. And so I'm going to talk to you another time about it not being a thing. I'm going to do a review of this thing, the bullet torch, and that's a splendid little torch. But I'll do a review on that. A lovely little Opinel, where you can get one of those because they're really difficult to get hold of. The why you should do that. And one of these. Does anyone know what that is? Give you a clue. If it was dark, you'd know what it is. And who doesn't like one of these? Especially, you know. So, everyday carry we'll talk about another day. I want to reference that on the Facebook, the Crucial Survival Facebook group. So get on there, so we can talk everyday carry and with some pictures and all of that jazz. So there we have it. Medication, pharmacies, hospitals, everyday carry. Stick your solutions in the comments if you found it useful or interesting. Do give us a like, and for more videos, which I do every single day, subscribe to the channel, join the Facebook group, and I shall see you tomorrow.